Alright, so today over here we're going to review the TOMTOM and the Garmin GPS. One of the things I like about the TOMTOM, right away you can see when you turn them on, TOMTOM shows you the map of where you are. Now for some features that I like about the Garmin. A few things I like about it is on the left side here of the screen, it'll show you the speed limit of the highway you're going on, whereas TOMTOM doesn't do that, even though it says it does. You can select it in the options, but it never showed the speed limit for me. So that's kind of a nice thing for the Garmin. It also turns to the night screen automatically when it gets dark. On the TOMTOM it doesn't do that. You have to do it manually by going like that. And then go back to day. So I type in, let's see, I want to go somewhere. So let's say I want to go to a city. Dayton was the city I wanted to go to. So I push spell D-A-Y-T-O-N, and I push done. And now it gives me all these states. Now I didn't choose a different state. I want to stay in Minnesota, which is where I am. So it's kind of inconvenient. Well, there it is. But sometimes if I just want to go toward that direction, let's say in the TOMTOM, if I want to navigate to, oh wait, I hit the wrong. If I want to navigate to address, and then I type in city center, it already knows I'm in Minnesota. You can see on that button. So I just type in D-A-Y, and there it is, Dayton. Whoops, hit the other button. So if I want to go to a city center, it already knows I'm in Minnesota. I type in D-A-Y-T, there it is, Dayton. Fastest route, yeah. So it's going to take me there right away, so I can get on my way there while the information for the vehicle is getting dispatched to me. And each time you type in the address, it'll give you a rough estimate of time, how much it'll take you there, and the mileage. And then you can get an alternate route. I prefer the TOMTOM personally. There's also, let's say, an address, newer addresses, for some reason, even though I got this TOMTOM a few years back, I think I've had this TOMTOM for 3 years. So if you want to find like an address, if I want to find this recent one I had to do today was in Apple Valley, Early Bird Circle, and that was the address. There, it finds it. In the Garmin, it doesn't even have that address. So I type in, so if I want to find it here, 15600 early. See, it says no matches found, no Early Bird Circle. How inconvenient. You know, even though this TOMTOM was, or this navigation, this Garmin was purchased last year, it doesn't have the address that this one found, which I bought 3 years ago. So what in the world? So let's clear this route. Another thing I like about the TOMTOM that the Garmin doesn't have, I'll show you. In the Garmin, let's say I want to go find an intersection. So I hit intersection, spell city. Okay, Lakeville. Or here it was a recent one I used, so there it is, Lakeville. And I wanted the Ipava. Okay, so I went Ipava Avenue. So now the street, I'm not sure which street, I just want to go somewhere on Ipava. Let's say I'm not sure which one, so I type in done, and then it shows me all the different ones that I could choose to cross street with Ipava, for example. So I'm going to choose, let's say this, just 182nd here. Why does it tell me no matches found? So if it gives it to you as an option, why do you select it and it says no matches found? Where in TomTom, if you were to go do the same thing, navigate, intersection, and type in Lakeville, go Ipava, you can just hit anywhere, and you'll be going like toward Ipava, you know. Or let's say we wanted to select a street, a cross street, so we do that again. So we go Ipava, and then we could choose all the ones that are going to hit Ipava. So just like in the Garmin, we can choose from the ones that cross Ipava, but the TomTom will let us choose those, but only if they actually do cross Ipava. Unlike these, where in the Garmin, let's say you hit this 157th Street, which is a street in Lakeville, and shows no matches found because it does not cross that street. And the TomTom doesn't give you 157 because it doesn't cross. So it's kind of my what in the world, you know, you get mad, you can get mad and angry, where you just kind of want to start going that general direction, or you find that intersection, someone says, I'm broken down at this intersection, come get me. It's hard, or, you know, it's really frustrating. Well, a big frustration I have with the Garmin, so let's say you have it on when your battery, and you're running off the battery in the Garmin, and then you switch it on. Sometimes it goes, yeah, this is what it does. It thinks you're plugging in the computer, and it goes through this phase, which is really inconvenient when you're driving down the road and you see the low battery signal, and then you thought, oh, I got to plug it in. And then you got to go through this whole phase right here if you plug it in to have it charging. And many times I'm driving down the road and I'm getting lost because it stops showing me where to go just because it was unplugged. So with the TomTom, you can see I unplugged it and plugged it back in. No difference. It stays on. It doesn't go through this restart phase. So I thought that's pretty ridiculous. Very disappointed. And then we're back at the beginning. So you can see that took several seconds of time. When on the TomTom, it doesn't restart if you plug it in the power outlet or just run it off the internal battery.